Hello, people. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the Propaganda Machine. This is the match reaction to the Arsenal vs Man City game. Arsenal 2, Man City 2, and the way it ended, it feels like a defeat. This is a bitter pill to swallow, but I have to say I'm very, very proud of the boys' performance today. The game, it started off kind of one-way traffic. Man City looked so dominant in those opening 10 to 15 minutes. Haaland got a goal, and yeah, there was a bit of a gap. He ran in between the two defenders, and the finish was excellent. Gundogan hit the post, and then Ricardo Calafiori. What a way to get first goal for Arsenal. That was a magnificent goal. Martinelli laid it off for him, and he just bent it into the top corner. It was a beautiful strike. Then we got the second goal just about 5 minutes before half time. Gabriel, oh, they didn't learn their lesson. He literally had an identical header about 5 minutes before that, and he should have scored that, but they didn't learn their lesson, Man City. This time, he made no mistake. Excellent goal. Great for Martinelli, blocking off the goalkeeper. Edison was so weak there. It was very, very good from the boys. Very, very good work. You know our set pieces, that Nicholas Yova, he must be on some sort of bonus for set pieces because he's literally creating all these routines for the boys, and we're executing them to perfection. I can only imagine if he's on a goal bonus, how happy he must be. So literally right on half time, Leandro Trossard just first he fouls, I think it was Bernardo, and then he has a head loss moment. He kicked the ball away. We go down to 10 men, and you're just thinking, why, oh, why? It's not looking good. We're finally in the lead at the Etihad. I don't even know when the last time we've been in the lead at the Etihad was. Then we're down to 10 men. Half time, Saka off, Ben White on. So we know what was going to happen. Park, the bus, the lorry, the coach, everything. All 9 men were behind the ball, plus the goalkeeper. Everyone was behind the ball. And for 45 minutes, we were just, Man City were having shots from outside the box. Raya was making saves. The defenders were making blocks. That was literally a near perfect performance in that second half from a defensive point of view. And wow, the dagger came in the 97th minute. I don't know where all these minutes kept coming from. It felt like they just were trying to play on until City scored. And in the end, they got the goal, and the boys, they looked devastated. But they have to be proud because it was an excellent performance. Now we'll go into our 5 takeaways. First one, I'm going to start with get the negative stuff out the way. Leandro Trossard and the referee. So Trossard, he's, I believe, 29 coming to 30. What are you doing? Declan Rice literally got sent off. a couple of weeks ago for exactly the same thing. Second yellow. Surely you'd think, okay, let me use my head. Let me not do something stupid. Half time is approaching. Let me not do something stupid. And what does he do? He kicked the ball away. That was so stupid for me. I couldn't believe he done that. Ah, and the referee, he didn't need much help. Last season, he refused to send off Kovacic. He told us he didn't want to ruin the game. He had no problem ruining the game this time. And the Kovacic one was one of the tackles probably could have been a straight red last season. So this referee, he's on the payroll as well at um, UAE from the basically the Man City owners. So it's no surprise there really. Man City, they weren't getting booked. It seemed like we were just getting all the bookings. That spectacle was ruined. Only if I would have loved to see what would have happened if we had 11v11. Could we have won? You could argue probably, yeah. We would have probably had a different way of playing and the game would have been a lot more open. So, yeah, very sad, very sad. And Trossard, I expect better from you. Don't make that same mistake again. My second takeaway, the defense and the goalkeeper. Well, it's the whole team. Let's just go with the whole team because everyone in that second half, every single player done their job, all 10 of them. Defensively, we knew the plan. Just sit back, soak pressure for 45 minutes. Forget going forward. Just soak up the pressure. And every single one of them, Raya making brilliant saves, commanding his box. That's what we like to see. Coming, claiming crosses, dominant in this box, really commanding it, unlike Vicario, who we saw last week. He's like a kind of like a rabbit in headlights. He just panicking. Then we've got Gabriel. Gabriel, how many games is it now that he scored against these big teams away from home? 2 weeks in a row. I'm sure he even scored against Chelsea, got a winner, scored against Tottenham, scored against Man City, scored at Anfield. He's such a big game player. Timber, ah, another solid defensive display from him. Calafiori announcing himself to the Arsenal fans. Brilliant goal. I can only remember him getting done for the first goal. That was nasty work from Savio. But apart from that, I can't fault none of the team. Every single person on that pitch done their job. Saka got sacrificed, but he done his job. He got the assist for the goal. So it was brilliant deliveries. He could have literally had 2 assists for Gabriel. So from a defensive point of view, Party, another one. Him and Declan Rice, you shall not pass. They were doing everything in their power to not let no passes get into that box. Because City were trying so hard to try and put that ball in the box, find the eye of the needle pass. When the ball started getting close to the box, Party sprints out, tries to nick it off them. That he was back to the party from last season. Also, he was on a yellow card and he kept his discipline. That is what I like to see. Martinelli, I've been on to you last couple of weeks, but today he got his assist as well. And he put in the craziest shift. Ah, that performance from the boys. I'm so proud of them today. The third takeaway, the rivalry. That game was so heated from about 10 seconds in. Rodri was on the floor crying after 10 seconds. I think Havertz just run, boom, left one in on him. We're like, okay, yeah, this is a bit feisty. Then it started heating up. Rodri, he got take unfortunate injury, but he had to go off. Haaland started giving it the big one. He's even thrown the ball on someone's head after they scored in the 90th minute. Haaland again hyping to Mars Lewis Skelly and Gabriel. This rivalry is what I like to see. I don't like nicey. After today's game, I've got new found hatred for Man City. I do not like them one single bit. And that is the stuff that we need in the Premier League. Rivalries are what the Premier League are based on. Arsenal versus Man United. You knew that game was going to be nasty. And today, I saw a bit of that. And yeah, I don't like Man City. I hate them now. And I really want this league. I want to take it away from them. Forget their 5 in a row. We need our first in 21 years. And that leads me on to the fourth takeaway, our title credentials. Today, going away from home against your main title rival. You know Man City are going to be there to the end. And although we didn't get the win, the boys put in the craziest shift. They were fighting for every single ball. And you could just see they have a newfound mentality. They weren't happy with that draw. They all looked upset, gutted. And that's why it was spilling onto the pitch. It was very competitive. And we're without our captain. And we're still getting these results. That's Tottenham, Villa, and Man City, all away from home. No problem. 7 out of 9 points. That's the things we like to see. We've even had Brighton at home. We had 10 men. We're showing still we are no longer fragile like back in the day. The last years of Wenger, it was such a sad to see. But now, literally every game, I know my team will not be bullied. We've got fighters, and that going forward could prove very pivotal in the running for this Premier League title. And I'm very excited. Although I predicted City to win, I'm very confident that we can go all the way and win this league. The fifth and final takeaway. This one is Mikel Arteta. I have to give him the praise this week for him and the team. We went down to 10 men. He took off Saka, put on Ben White. Remember, after the Brighton game, I was critical of him. I was saying he should have made that sub sooner when he brought on Calafiori and went to the five at the back. He didn't hesitate. He made that sub at half time and brought on Ben White. And you can say that was inch perfect for 51 minutes. It worked. And that is what I like to see. I like to see when the manager has a plan. He gave them the ball. He said, don't worry, let their defenders have it. if their defenders are gonna shoot, they're gonna need to do a miracle to score. You could see the game plan. Every single one of the boys stuck to what was the manager's instructions. You could see that, and that it gave me such pride, literally. So big up to you, Mikel Arteta. That was a 10 out of 10 managerial display from you, and it weren't until the very last couple of minutes that we didn't really deserve what happened to us, but it happened, and we move on to the next game. So, guys, that's been the 5 takeaways and my match reaction. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Bless people.